Welcome back to breakfast. It's time for sex.
You're supposed to read more.
All right. Generally, the last thing a parent wants to talk to their kids about. So with health education now in schools, do parents even have to bother having that dreaded conversation?
Well, according to John Cowan from the Parenting Place, they do, and he joins us now with some tips on broaching this potentially awkward subject. My feeling, having got a 5, 7 and 9-year-old, is this, it's not a sex talk singular.
No. Their sex education started when they were probably still in nappies, as you were modelling a healthy respect for your body and for their body. And as they grew, you give them a vocabulary so they can talk about their bodies appropriately, not necessarily medical terms, but just terms that they can use. And by the time they get to kindergarten, they need to know about appropriate dressing and touching and staring and toileting. It's unfair to let kids go out into the world without knowing those things. But during the primary school years, they do have a certain innocence about them that I think needs to be protected. You monitor what's coming into the home through the media and the influences on them. But biology does put it on their agenda by late primary school years. Yeah,
and this is the question, is what is the right time to start the chats and that sort of thing? Because the questions, you know, we've got 8, 9, 10-year-olds, the questions have started and we're just beginning to feel inclined that we need to start this open dialogue with them, whereas I sit back and think, oh, hold on, no one ever spoke to me about it and I was all right.
That's a matter of opinion.
You know, age.
That's right.
John.
I think kids probably need to know a few years earlier than perhaps our generation did, because there's just more out there bombarding them with ideas, and I think that parents should take that opportunity of being their child's first and most authoritative sex educator. So I think 8 or 9 is about the right stage to start getting the biology in, but it's not just one talk, it's an ongoing dialogue.
And you don't have to tell them everything about sex in this talk, do you?
No.
For parents who just go, I'd just rather leave it to the schools, why would you not leave it to the schools? What's the advantage of a parent talking to their children about sex?
Because the schools will very adequately teach the biology and the nuts and bolts and physics of sex, but it's the things that they see modelled by their parents, the attitudes of love and respect, that they've been absorbing all their lives, but that will be the thing that will really, really enforce positive messages about sex.
So you're saying sex has a context, it's not this thing in isolation?
Yeah. Sex is special, sex is powerful, sex is good, sex is potentially dangerous. Parents need to get those things across, and if they learn that in the context of the fact that mum and dad love each other and need privacy occasionally, that's a wonderful context.
Door shut, stays shut.
That's right.
That's the rule. So what about, you know, if you, as a parent, you want to teach your child to respect other people and to be kind to other people and to respect other people's boundaries, but if you just leave it and allow them to sort of find their own path, I mean, are you asking for trouble?
I think that you're missing out on a wonderful opportunity. And I think the best opportunities are perhaps in the intermediate age years, when you can actually let your child know that, hey, I'm not afraid of talking about this. When they know that you're positive and welcoming their inquiries, that sets up a relationship thing that's going to be great during the adolescent years.
I want to bring our attention to this because some people just don't know where to start, and that's fair enough. So you guys have released a handbook?
That's right. Well, there's actually lots of good resources out there to help you with younger children. This CD, double CD, is something you can go away for a weekend with your teenager, your 10-year-old, your 11-year-old, and have a fantastic weekend and listen to the CD as you're driving along. And that talks about a lot of the things that you might feel a bit shy about raising. And this book is a handbook written for adolescents, and a lot of kids in schools will be getting this. Okay. But I think it's something that can be very useful for parents to be able to use with their kids as well.
Material out there.
I'll borrow the CD. I never know what I'll learn at the weekend if I haven't listened to it myself.
You're very welcome to it.
You asked where do you start? To quote Monty Python, start with a kiss. What's wrong with a kiss, boy?